sent to the world.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, the Hoblet Podcast, with me, Abraham. As you know, in this podcast, we get to meet different Hoblets who share their vocation stories. And today we are privileged to welcome all the way from Zambia, Father Vincent Sakala. Father, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you very much. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here.
All right. So, Father Vincent Sakala, I know for us who've interacted with you, known you, for many people that are following us on our social media podcast, different handles, who is Father Vincent? Where do you come from?
Okay. I was born in 1969, the 4th of October, in Kabwe, which is a few kilometers from Lusaka.
I thought you were born in Eastern Province.
No. My parents come from Eastern Province.
Yes.
Yes. But myself, I was born in Kabwe.
Okay, great.
Right. And that's where I started my primary school from. And when I was in grade 4, we moved to Lusaka. And that's why I did my primary education, even completed my high school from Lusaka itself.
And I know I've met your parents myself. I've met your mom at least. I didn't get a chance to meet your dad. You come from a Dawson parish. How did you know about the Hoblets?
Yes, good question. I come from a Dawson parish, and all my life growing up, I had a desire to join to get into the priesthood, but I was not in contact with any of the priests in charge for formation or vocation.
That's the Dawson
That's the
vocation
Dawson.
promoter.
Right. And when I completed, that's when I went over to him and asked questions about how to go about it.
Yeah.
And he told me, since I was not on the list for those that were having contact with him, he had given me a year so that I get oriented and make sure that this is what I really wanted to do.
Yeah. Okay. So when did you join the Hoblets, and where was your first formation?
Yeah, the interesting thing is after completion of school in 1991, I then went and wanted to join the diocese. And like I've already said, since I was not in touch with them, I was given a year just to think through and see if that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And for me, it gave an indication that maybe
That's not
God was not calling me
to the Dawson way of life.
Actually, to the priesthood.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. So what I did is I went to college and did purchasing and stores management. That was for running to almost 2 years. But I was still in touch with the vocations director for the diocese. And interesting enough, there were some brothers coming to the parish where I was, Mary Queen of Peace in Tendere, because that's the township I come from.
Yeah.
So I was interacting with them because I was also a member of the English choir at the parish.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you met the pre-novices, and then you applied, and
Right. I met the pre-novices who are coming through, and it is through them that they invited me to come through to the pre-novitiate, to the house itself for formation. And I like the reception that when we got there, get there, they're really ready to be with you, share meals with them, interact with them. And I felt very comfortable and said, this is where at some point I'm going to be with you guys.
Okay. And when did you start your pre-novitiate? Why did you go for novitiate? And when did you get ordained?
Yes, in 1994, that's when I got into the pre-novitiate, and I did 2 years there. After the 2 years, then went to South Africa
For your novitiate.
novitiate, and after novitiate, went to Sidara, Marisburg, for theology, philosophy, and also a bit of theology. I was there for about 4 years, and then that's when I came over to the U.S. at Oberlin School of Theology
To San Antonio.
to San Antonio,
And just next door from where we are.
just next door from where we are right now.
Yeah.
So that was 2000 to 2003. Yeah, so upon completion and ordained a deacon here, I went back to the missions. And it was very interesting then because I'd already known where I was going to go before I even left
the U.S.
Left the Public School of Theology.
Okay, great. And I know you've been in a number of missions and a number of assignments. Where are you at the moment? And what are you doing?
I am in Mazabuk at the moment.
As a pastor, right?
As a pastor, the parish priest there. We are two of us. It's my associate, Father Chimonyo. This is my third year there. And prior to that, I was the delegation superior for the Oblates, and which I really enjoyed in terms of being in the administration. But
and it was during your term that you gave me and many guys who are here in the U.S. the assignment to come and work here.
Yes, I thought
the obedience.
That we needed to be more proactive because I saw that from the point of view of the U.S. as a province, there were challenges in terms of personnel.
Yeah.
So when the request came through, I did not hesitate, but really sent men out here, and here we are. You interviewing me, and
I think it was a good move.
Yes, yes. I think it was a blessing that you came through.
Yeah.
Just a few days ago, celebrating the graduation of Father Karaluka.
Now, Dr. Reverend Karaluka.
Yes.
Yeah. And away from ministry, away from all these assignments, what do you do for relaxing? I've known you for a number of years, and you've quite maintained your word. After I got ordained, I was just bouncing, and I keep growing. Maybe I'll get to some point where I can maintain. What do you do to relax?
Yes, I do take some walks at times, and then also do a lot of reading outside of spiritual material, just to keep me going. As Mazabuka, where we are, we don't station just at the parish. We have a house which is a little bit out of the church circles.
Yeah.
So because of that, there is a sense of the serenity, the quietness, where you can really dive into hobbies like reading and also taking walks.
No, Father, thank you so much for sharing your vocation story. We wish you God's blessings as you continue to serve the people of Zambia and the people of Mazaboka in particular. And we thank you also for being an exemplary oblate to many of us, the young ones, and for what you continue to contribute to the Zambian delegation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and wish you God's blessings.
Wishing you God's blessings too. Thank you.
Wow, this has been our podcast, and today we had the privilege to meet Father Vincent Sakala, all the way from Zambia. He's come to visit the U.S. So thank you. Keep following us on our social media handles, on our Facebook page, our Instagram, Henry Tempier Formation House. This has been your host for the Meet the Oblates podcast, Father Abraham Messe. Until next time, adios and God bless you.